The MVP, yesterday, Nikola Jokic was named the 2023-2024 MVP. I picked him as the MVP. I thought he was consistent. He averaged 26, 12, and 9. Second place, Shea with 35 and 6. I'm not gonna lie, Luka. I never thought Luka really had a shot at winning MVP. I think if Luka would have stayed top 3 all year instead of them being like in a play-in spot and then moving up, I think he would have got it. But I'm not. If me personally, I'm not gonna reward you for basically being bad, then trying to improve your grade later in the year. No, that's not how it works for me, at least. People think Shai Gilgeous got robbed. I don't really think he got robbed. I think it was really Jokic just to lose. But I do understand why Shai should have deserved it. Thunder, play-in team. They've been bad the last couple of years, but last year they was a play-in team. And then they come up, and now they're the first seed in the West. Even though the Thunder and the Nuggets have the same exact record, they were still the Thunder still was the number 1 seed. And this man averaged 30 points. Like, so I'm not mad at people being upset that Shai Gilgeous got robbed. I just think it really depends on your criteria for the MVP. Like, these voters have a criteria. And I just think Jokic, I think it was the numbers he put up. Bruh, a big man putting up 26, 12, and 9. You're basically averaging a triple-double. So I don't have a problem with that. But I feel like it kind of... See, this year kind of was weird because Shai was the best player on the best team and the number 1 seed. But Jokic, they were the second seed, but he still won it. In my criteria for MVP, I feel like you got to be at least a top 3 seed. You got to at least be top 3 in your respective conference. Like, I'm not rewarding. You can average 45. No, I take that back. If you average 45, I ain't gonna lie, you're gonna win regardless. But let's just say you average 33 and you're the 7th seed. I'm not giving it to you because your team's just not good. But I feel like you gotta be top 3 in whatever conference you're in, and just play good. Like that, I feel like that's for me. And I feel like that goes to either Luka or Shai. Like Jason Tatum, I like Jason Tatum. I'm a Jason Tatum fan, but he wasn't going to win it over those two because they're just better than him. Like, Jason Tatum is the best player on the best team. Even though they had the best record in the league, he wasn't going to win because those two players are just better than him. Like, Jokic is clearly better than Jason Tatum. He's better than him. Now, Shai, you can argue that. You can argue that. But Jokic is better. So he was going to win with me regardless. Now I think he might not win another one for at least a long time. Because Jokic he's going to be almost 30. I think he's going to be 30 next year or the year after. And I think this might be it for him. He won 3 MVPs in the last 4 years. That's amazing. That's amazing. But I don't have a problem. I think Shai will eventually win one. He might win it next year. But it's like, man, at this point, what more do I have to do? I averaged 30, was the best player on the best team, was number 1 seed in the West. It's like, what more do I have to do? And if you go look at the votes, he wasn't even close. I think Shai only had like 14 first place votes. Jokic had 70 something. So it was really Jokic just to win. But congratulations to Jokic. Shai Gilgeous, he will get there. He will win one eventually. Luka will win one eventually. But Jokic won the MVP, and I feel like there's really nothing wrong with that. Defensive player of the year. Okay. This one is more easier than the MVP. Rudy Gobert, he averaged 14 points, 12 rebounds, 2 blocks. I get that. Wemby averaged 20, 10, 4 assists, a steal, and basically 4 blocks. I'm going to add it up. I'm going to round it up. He had 4 blocks. Now, The only reason he didn't win MVP because his team was just bad. Now, you can look at the numbers and say that when Wemby's on the court, they are a better defensive team. I get that part, and that actually is true. They were a better defensive team when he's on the court. But I know for these voters, they saw that the Timberwolves were the best defensive team all year. Now, I hear people say, well, there are other defensive players, Ant-Man, Jaden McDaniels, they're helping him. It's not just him. I get that part. But Rudy Gobert is a reason why that team is the number one defense in the league. He is a reason. He is one of the reasons. And when a team only averages 108 points per game against them, you're a great defensive player. So I get why the voters did it. They saw that the team is good. But Wemby, when he's on the court, they're good too. But when you look at them other things, that team was bad. And that's just factual. That team was just bad. So I don't have a problem with Rudy Gobert winning it. Maybe Wemby did deserve it, but I'm going to say this. Rudy Gobert ain't winning Defensive Player of the Year no more. It's going to be Wemby's for the next 15 years. He's going to always be top 3, and he's going to win 4-2, just like Rudy Gobert. Because Wemby is amazing. Rudy Gobert is amazing in his part. He has 4 Defensive Player years, and he deserves all of them. But Wemby's gonna keep winning those Defensive Player of the Years. So I don't have a problem with Rudy Gobert winning it. I mean, congratulations to him. I think he deserved it. Wemby will definitely get his. And it's pretty simple why Rudy Gobert won it. It's pretty simple. It's not rocket science.